Hey everyone, Sharkheart here, and I made a video a few weeks ago talking about the potential of Dendro and how I believe it will revolutionize elemental reactions and the way we construct different teams. That video is a good basis for what I'm going to talk about here, so if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out now. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss how Sumeru will be really helpful for everyone, but specifically free-to-play players, and how it will help a lot of underrepresented characters and increase a lot of team viability. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video about Dendro, it's going to be a really big boon to several elements, but specifically Electro. And the reason for that is the Catalyze reaction. Basically, Catalyze is a reaction that gives enemies a Catalyze debuff, making Dendro and Electro deal more damage to them depending on which element you hit them with next. So if you trigger the Catalyze reaction and then hit an enemy with an Electro attack, they'll take more Electro damage. Now this next part has not officially been confirmed yet, so take this as a caveat, but from the info that we have now, the Catalyze reaction will not be removed when it reacts with Electro. In fact, it creates a separate interaction called Aggravate, which is a sub-reaction, and this means that characters who trigger lots of Electro will get a significant boost in damage when they pair with Dendro characters. Now this is especially good for free-to-play players because it means that you might already have access to an extremely good team without needing to spend a single Primogem, and here's why. Because you liked this video and subbed to the channel, of course. Yes, just because of hitting that like button, you will have an extremely good team without needing to spend one single Primogem. And it could also be this reason. Considering the Dendro and Electro interaction, characters you already have will become a lot more valuable. These are also characters that everybody gets for free, and honestly, they're characters that aren't very good right now. Now, one character who is really good and you can get right now is Fischl. And everyone can get a copy of Fischl for free during this month-long summer event. Even if you just started Genshin today, you can reach the required adventure rank and complete the event in time to get her before this event goes away. I have no doubt in my mind about that. And Fischl was already really good before this, but with Dendro she'll become even better because not only will Oz pelt enemies with his electrified birdseed, but Fischl's level 60 Ascension passive can proc another instance of damage every half second. And remember, Catalyzed is not removed by Electro, so this can add up very quickly. And since Catalyzed gets a big advantage from characters that proc Electro very quickly, that also means that characters like Keqing and Lisa, who are very underrepresented right now, will become much more valuable. And that means that someone like Lisa, who you get very early game for free, and Fischl, who you can get for free right now, will both be really useful. But what about Dendro? Well, we know we're getting the Dendro main character. That's just what happens when we go to a new region, we get a new element for our traveler, but we also have some info about the Dendro Traveler's skills from the Sumeru teaser. This trailer revealed their skill is a Dendro AoE slash, and their burst is a flower that stays on the field and blooms over time. This means the Traveler can be an off-field source of Dendro, which could be really useful, even if their damage and utility isn't that great. Which, let's be honest, the Traveler really has been lackluster thus far. So everyone already has access to two characters and will soon get a third one that will work really well together, and they're all completely free, being Lisa, Fischl, and the Dendro Traveler. So what about a fourth character? Well, there's always Anemo characters because, oh by the way, Anemo reactions don't react with Dendro, so it probably won't remove Catalyze either, which means that Anemo can swirl Electro for even more damage without messing up the Catalyze debuff. So if things work the way we hope, it means that Dendro and Anemo can snowball the damage for Electro, making it do massive amounts of damage very quickly. And this means that characters like Sucrose and Hazo will be really good in this team. But what if you don't have Sucrose or Hazo? And what if the Traveler's off-field Dendro application isn't enough? Well, there's still good news for a fourth character option that we can get totally for free. Now, just a heads up, this isn't confirmed, and it's being spread around a lot. And it could be totally just false information that spread like wildfire because of all of the hype, but there is a rumor going that we will get Collei for free. And Collei, as revealed in Genshin's official Twitter, is a Dendro character. So we could realistically have a team of Lisa, Fischl, Dendro Traveler, and Collei, totally for free and without needing to spend a single Primogem. This will also give us Electro Resonance for even more energy generation, as well as whatever the Dendro Resonance will be. And while this information is subject to change, if it doesn't, that means we will have a totally free-to-play team that works really well together. Which up until this point we don't really have. We have a couple characters that work together, but not really a whole team that has a lot of synergy. Meaning that this team might be the most free-to-play friendly team out there. But it could be even better with characters like Yaimiko, Keqing, and Razor, who are also really underrepresented right now. And Razor is also a particularly interesting case since Cryo does not affect Dendro, meaning that you could effectively superconduct to deal more physical damage, and then catalyze to deal more electro damage, and that would be without those reactions interrupting each other at all. And all of this is super exciting because it marks a potentially great step forward for Genshin Impact, as there are some really powerful free-to-play teams like National, Reverse Melt, and Taser, but those still require specific characters, and you won't have a lot of those characters unless you've rolled for them, used Primogems for them, or bought them from the Star Glitter shop. And while a lot of veteran players will have these characters, a lot of newer players and free-to-play players probably won't have a lot of these characters. So getting a really good team that can be totally comprised of characters you get for free is really awesome. Especially because Sumeru may very well introduce our very first team that is not only free-to-play friendly, very strong, but also doesn't require any wishing at all. And this should also excite a lot of other people as well, because it'll make some of their favorite characters be placed really highly in the meta, become a lot more useful and a lot more viable. I mean, I know we have a lot of Keqing and Yaimiko stands in our streams, and I constantly rail on how MiHoYo did those characters dirty. It's honestly a shame. I wanted them to just be so much better than they were, but But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Does the potential for more free-to-play teams excite you? What team are you excited to play when Dendro comes out? And do you think Dendro will be the buff we need, or is it simply going to be a band-aid on characters that don't really work well right now? And am I completely crazy for thinking Dendro can bring Lisa into the meta? Let me know down below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, I'm really excited to test these characters in the interaction when it comes out, and it's only about a month away. I already have Fischl, Razor, Keqing, Beidou built. I've also got Animo characters to see if the swirl reactions work, so I've got Sucrose, Hazo, Kazuha, Venti. So we'll be ready to see just how powerful this reaction is come 3.0. And with that, I just wanted to thank you again for all the likes and subs. We've been growing really steadily, and I'm really happy to see that. And we could always use more friends! So if this or any of my other videos were helpful, feel free to share them with people who you think could get some value out of them too. And to thank you for sharing the good word of Sharkheart, here I present to you a very colorful llama I've painted. I love you guys, and until next time, may order guide you friends. Stay awesome, be safe, and take care.